stressful moment. And what we do is we work with families to help them come up with strategically helpful, customized ways to handle stress. What does that mean? It means that you guys are going to have the chance to get some individualized attention to help you figure out what's going to work best for your family, what's going to work best for you overall. I have with me Miss Lisa. She's our resiliency trainer over here, Army at Wheeler, and I'm the site director, so I oversee all 3 sites that we have for the base, and so I'm going to take a few moments to kind of share with you why we should care about focus at all. What we do is a big buzz right now is resiliency skills. What is that? It means ways for you to bounce back from some things that are going on with you. So we work with families with kids from ages 3 to 18 and also couples. And we do that by being able to give you guys the ideas and the ways for you to work through what's going to help you in that. Different areas of skills that we cover. Communication. You know what? It's hard to say communication. I hate microphone. Can you guys hear me without it? Yeah? Okay, yay, it's so much better for me. So when you have your whole family, you're trying to deal with this deployment, it's communication. How are we going to stay connected? How are my kids going to talk to me? How am I going to talk to you? What are some new, innovative ways to do that? We help you guys discover that. How do I talk to my kids about deployment? How many of you guys have kids? How do we talk to them about that? Their age is 3. What do you tell a 3-year-old versus what do you tell a 16-year-old? What concerns do they have? We help you guys kind of walk through that and help you kind of learn some really effective ways to get through that. Problem solving, goal setting. You guys are going to have a chance to be able to earn some decent amount of money. Maybe one of you is better at solving problems than the other. But guess what? You're going to be a team of 1 on one side of the world, a team of 1 on the other side of the world. How can you do that effectively if you guys are not together? Helping you build on the strengths that you already have. The other piece that's important is employment reminders. This will probably happen closer to the redeployment time of your time, but it's looking at, okay, let's say you have that 3-year-old. They see you leave in your uniform, they have a meltdown. You're coming back, everything's good, yay, that first day back to work, that 3-year-old has a meltdown. Why? Last time you put that uniform on, you were leaving, and you left for a really long time. And now you're back at home, and you put the uniform on again, what does that 3-year-old think? You're leaving for a really long time. So your families are also affected. We talk a lot of times about what's happening with the soldiers and things that they see and things that they experience, but your families go through the same types of things. So how do we prepare for that? How do we help them deal with that? How do we help you guys deal with that from the beginning? We want you guys to be solid all the way through. We want you not to have to go and get all those extra services that you may not need if you took care of it from the beginning. So like I said, we work from ages 3 to 18. We work with the little ones. You start little feeling boxes there. We help them kind of identify what those feelings are. We give them ways and words and pictures and concepts for them to say, gosh, I'm not having such a good day right now. I miss my parent. Or gosh, maybe I'm really upset. Or you know what, maybe I'm scared. I can't tell you how many times we'll have 4-year-olds come in and the way that we work with them, we find out they're really worried about your safety. They're really scared, okay? So when your 4-year-old is worried about that mommy or daddy's gonna die, how do you have a conversation? How do you deal with that? Those are kind of conversations we hope you guys have because you think, oh, no, or oh, it's not happening, it's happening. So let's make it effective and let's make it helpful for your kids to realize that it's possible and they can do it. So that's one thing we do with the little ones. And we work all the way from 3 to 5 with our little contestant there. Couples. How many of you guys married? Do you want to stay married? Yeah? You want to, yes? I love it. Thank you for speaking out loud and owning that. Yes. So a year from now, or a year from the time you leave, you want to stay married. Okay, how are you going to do that? Because guess what? Those of you guys who may have done this before, emails are cool, but it gets old. Skype is cool, but it gets old. What are some other ways that you guys can stay connected while you're gone? What are some ways that you guys can continue to have a relationship stay strong and grow? Unless you're super duper creative or you're really looking into that, that's one of the ways we help you guys think outside the box and say, what else can we do besides email and Skype? Other ways we can come up with ideas to stay connected so that we are working on a relationship all the way through. It's not like it has a pause where soldier leaves, soldier comes back, there's a year. There's a way for you guys to make sure that you're continuing to grow and stay connected and knowing what's going on. If you take the time, take the energy, find some new effective ways, talk about what's going to work, maybe what's not going to work, and do it ahead of time. So that you don't have to come in later on and be like, oh my gosh, we're integrating, it's really bad, we're doing counseling, blah, blah, blah. What's great about Focus? We're not counseling, we're resiliency skills. So what does that mean? Is we are hands-on skills. We're all trained as therapists, but you're not coming in as counseling. We don't function that way. We don't know about your childhood experience. that stuff. We don't care. We want to know about how we can help you guys in the moment right now to get you guys through this deployment help. Deployment Club, it's something we have probably in the spring. We have it probably every quarter, and that's where you guys can have your kids come and hang out with us for, an hour, hour and a half, once a week for 4 weeks, and we give them awesome coping skills to handle what they're going through. They make the Deployment Club box, where they make really fun things they can send their soldier. I won't tell you what it is, because you have to be surprised when you get it. We also teach them ways to be able to handle their emotions, and also ways that they can be able to take hold of the deployment they're going through in a fun and healthy way. They don't have to be with you guys. We take them for an hour and a half, and we work with them with the whole group. They get to be with other kids who are going through the same experience, and it's fun, and it's different, and we love it. It's probably one of my favorite things that we do. How are unique and confidential? So, unlike some other services that might be out there, is we are not required to tell anybody anything about you coming to see us. So it's confidential. Nobody knows unless you tell them, because we don't have to tell anybody. Unless, of course, there's some crazy stuff going on, then we have to, of course, let the people know to keep you guys safe, to keep your kids safe. Above and beyond that, it's confidential. We have family-friendly hours, so if you need to come in on a Saturday, I know some of you guys are leaving. We have some families right now that are like, okay, my soldier's going in about a month and a half, so you got about 4 weeks. You can do it in the amount of time that you can be available. You can come on Saturday, that's cool. You need to come in at 6 p.m., that's great too. We work with you guys because we understand schedules are tough, and so we work around that. And we work with the whole family. It's not just the parents, it's not just the kids, it's the whole family, because that's what we want to be strong and really make it through the deployment. We have 3 sites on the island. One is located over in Wheeler, right next to the headquarters building, that building 100, right across the little street in Armed Services Y. So we're super close, so you can come at lunchtime, not a big deal. So we're right there. That's where we're located for this particular area. If you guys live maybe AMR or other places, we are located in the, used to be called the Fleet Family Office over there, near the Big Necks. We have a spot there. And then some of you guys who may live on the other side of the island, maybe live in Kailua or something like that, we also have an office over on Kailua Bay. And you can go any of the offices at any time if you want to seek service or ask questions. So that's a little bit about us. We're all over the world. We're here in Hawaii. We want to make sure that you guys have a safe and positive and healthy deployment. If you have questions and want to learn more, come see us out at the table. Thank you so much for your service. Hope you have a good
evening, everyone. My name is Amanda Montgomery, and I'm with the Blue Star Card program here in Hawaii. Who's heard of the Blue Star Card? Awesome. Has anyone had a Blue Star Card before? Great. Just so you know, if you had a Blue Star Card on previous deployments, you do need to get a new one this time because they are color-coded and yours is expired, so you need to go get a nice new orange one. For those of you who don't know about Blue Star, we're a discount and activities program for spouses and families of deployed soldiers. While your soldier is downrange, you'll be able to use your card for discounts at our MWR facilities, child care benefits through CYSS, and we have special events and activities to keep you busy and active during deployment. You do receive discounts at our MWR facilities on the island, including bowling alleys, offices, restaurants, pools, pet kennels, lots of good places here on our installation. We do also offer discounts with the Halikoa in their restaurants and in their shows. We just teach you those activities through the Halikoa through the Halikoa. The most widely used benefits are through child youth and school services. To use any of these benefits, your kids do need to be registered with CYSS, which is free. You can access that information needed on our website, MWR.com, or through your Parent Central Services office right here on Schofield or down at AMR if that's more convenient for you. You can use 63 hours per month per child for kids between the ages of 6 weeks and 12 years old. You also can use 20% off for part-time care, $300 worth of Skies per child, which is like the dance and karate classes, and also $100 worth of these sports. And those benefits do begin 30 days before deployment and extend until 90 days after. And then Blue Star also plans and coordinates activities for families during deployment. We have our bar every month, which is our countdown to redeployment, where we do a different activity. Some adult-only nights where we offer childcare, and some for the whole family. We also have Walk Off the Way, where we go on a different hike every other month. And just fun different perks at some large most-life events, like the 4th of July on a special seating area. And then is there. We bring a purple orchid wave for each family to greet their soldier, and we also greet all of the single soldiers. It's very simple to get your card made. You can do that starting 30 days before the date on the deployment orders. You can just take an application. You can get on my table right outside here, or download on our website, bluestarcardhawaii.com. Take that to the ACS Computer Lab here in Muskogee, or down to the ACS Aloha Center on Fort Shafter. They'll take your picture, print your card, and if your children are already registered with CYSS, just show them a copy of the deployment orders. If you have any questions, feel free to come and see me right outside this table. You can also find information on our website. We're also on Facebook and Twitter.
Richards. I'm the community manager for Island Home. How many people do we have currently in the room on base housing? Can I see a show of hands? Awesome, thank you. Well, it's a pleasure being with you this evening. Hopefully we can help you out with some information. Just one of our slides. Before you do decide to move from Island Home communities due to deployment, you need to consider a couple of different things. How difficult it will be to put your children in a new school away from their friends, how much it will cost to place household goods in storage. If you give up your Island Home community home, it won't be available when you reunite with your spouse in Hawaii. And of course, there's no guarantee a home will be available. And we do require a 28-day notice. And the reason why I want to emphasize that is I know that some bases, some military, some property management companies are different. We do require 28 days. So basically what happens is when you receive your orders, you come into the community center, you say, here's my PCS orders, we're required to give 28-day notice, and then you're good to go. Now, if you do get your orders at the last minute, you have to bring in an addendum signed by an officer, 04 and above, stating that you have to have an early release, and then we will waive our 28 days. Now, something that I want to mention to everybody out there, let's say, for example, you've already satisfied your lease in your home. You've already done your one-year lease, and then your month-to-month. At that point, we don't need orders for you to vacate. You come in, give us 28 days, and you're ready to go. Okay, just so everybody's clear on that. Even if it's a PCS, if you've already satisfied your one-year lease, we don't need orders at that point. Okay, family remains in Hawaii, there's no change there. If you maintain your residence, temporarily relocates to the mainland and returns to Hawaii, of course, no changes. Family clears residence, temporarily relocates to the mainland and returns to Hawaii, no TLA there. Service member and family can request to be placed back on the waiting list when the service member redeploys and or the family arrives on island prior to the deployment. Now, just so you know that you will be placed back on the list again, and you can actually see right there that you will have a priority status of 2, and of course, families on TLA will have priority. So we have quite a few families currently on TLA right now, and a lot of people on our waiting list, just to let you know. Okay, the pamphlet there that you see called, Hawaii, that pamphlet details all the scenarios for you on deployment and when you will be leaving and returning. I have them on my table there, so please pick some up on your way out. I will explain everything to you. Now, also, taking care of your families. If you choose to stay with Island Home while your spouse is deployed, you can make arrangements for your family to assist them in this deployment. Island Home offers maintenance support, where you, if you bought an entertainment center, need to have beds put together, we can do that under our care program for you. Just like, for example, lawn service. If the service member is deployed, all you do is come in, you fill out that form, and we'll go ahead and take care of your lawn for you as well. And you also have child care, where we provide 5 hours of children per child on the 3rd Saturday of each month. So, the spouses may want to go out shopping or just get some free time, so that service is available for you as well. What can you do? You can keep your home in Hawaii, designate a trusted friend to watch the home while you're on the list. You need to notify command, name of the friend and contact numbers provided to, of course, your community center, and family's emergency information must be provided as well at Island Home. If you have relatives or friends staying here with you, up to 2 registered guests can stay with your family, of course. Guests are authorized to stay up to 1 year, and of course approved by USAG Oahu. Installation gold access passes needed through the Installation Access Office, and service member and families are responsible for the conduct of guests. So just want to kind of go over that a little bit so everyone understands. If, for example, you have someone staying with you and they do damage to your apartment or your home, you're responsible for that damage. Because the guests that are staying with you, you're responsible for them, for their conduct. Another important thing there, the yellow box up there, that's no subleasing. What that means is, for example, women, they leave and they want to bring somebody in to help them with the, the expenses or whatever, not permitted. Don't do that. That's in violation of your lease. Here are a variety of numbers available for your particular community center. I won't go over all those, obviously, but like I said, if you do have any questions, the main thing is to see your community center, talk to them about your situation, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. So everyone, on behalf of myself and Island Palm, I want to tell you I'm a proud parent of a son of the military as well. I appreciate your service. You guys are all tremendous. I wish you all the best and God bless. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
I work for Military One Source. Everybody's heard of that before? Yes? Anybody use Military One Source? Yeah? Okay, good. I really want to tell you that we are, if you don't know what One Source is, we're going to go through a few of our programs tonight. We are really a virtual resource for you to use. Everything that you have on an installation, we have at Military One Source. And that's how it's designed to be used in the privacy of your own home, on a website, or by calling our call center in the mainland. It's free, confidential, and we are paid for by Department of Defense. So this is a resource that you can use. It's reliable, and all of the information up there on the website is updated. And again, there's no time zone with Military One Source. We're open 24/7, so that's a really nice thing for us here in Hawaii, is to just be able to call anytime and they're open. So we're going to go over a few of these things. Okay, you're all eligible and also immediate family members. Again, it's private and confidential. We don't sell your website or your email address to anyone. You're not going to get spam from registering on Military One Source. Your information is private. We don't report back to the command when you call or contact Military One Source, so that's nice too. The only thing is there is a duty to warn, like as any place that you go. If you tell the consultant that you're there to harm yourself or others, they're going to call the authorities. Okay, they're just there to protect you. So that's one thing that they will do is that third party is if you're in trouble. Okay, they're going to call for help. Okay, we really do everything under the sun. So everything that you hear at pre-deployment briefs or resource briefs, Military One Source has all that information. So if you forget something that somebody said, you want some information, you have a question, you can always call Military One Source and just ask them a question. They're going to direct you to the right place, or they're going to have that material for you. They'll email you, or they'll research it out for you as well. So they're really no too small of a question to ask them or too large. And I can give you some examples of some of those too. But tonight we're going to talk about deployment. Just preparing the home front. Right now is a great time to go over all of the questions that you have. What if the car breaks down? What do I do? What if the roof starts leaking? Who do I call? If the kids are sick in the middle of the night, if mom or dad is home with the kids and you get sick, what do you do? Who do you call for backup? Those kind of questions you can, find at One Source during, the deployment, and all those little checklists of things to ask yourself as a couple during the pre-deployment phase. Okay, so also think about those around you that your deployment is affecting. If you have kids in school, that teacher should know that a parent is deploying. Okay, why? Because they can recognize changes in your child in the classroom and help you as a parent to deal with those changes. Okay, so tell your teachers, you know, hey, Dad's deploying or Mom's deploying. If you see any changes in my child, I really want to know about it. You know, and that way you can get that, you know, right from the beginning. Okay, so don't forget about your parents. They want to know about your deployment. They want to know what to expect, how to reach you if they need to, and you know, how to send you care packages, all those good things. So service members, you've heard financially, you're going to hear from a consultant here on post. We also have consultants at OneSource that can help you. You can make financial consultations with them at your convenience. They'll go over budgeting with you, looking at all your deployment money coming up, what's the best way to save, invest for your future. A good thing to talk about, you know, they talk about IRAs and, you know, all these Roths and how do I save my money and where's the best place to go. So you can get all that good and accurate information at OneSource as well. There's a lot of resources on there. Again, everything is free at Military OneSource. You can download articles, you can print them out, you can email them to your family, you can order CDs and books to be sent to your house. Shipping is free as well, so it's completely free to use and to share with your families. Okay, spouses, of course, there's lots of deployment-related information there for you. We have a great CD called These Boots, and it goes over one spouse's experience during deployments and preparing for deployment, and things, you know, that really good to kind of keep in mind. My husband's deployed 8 times, and yeah, 8 times, and the last probably 9 years he deployed 7 times in 9 years, and it was pretty crazy time, you know, but that's the one thing that, you know, that you have in your back pocket of resources is somewhere to go that you know it's reliable, you know it's confidential. So you can call them and you know what your information is going to be private to you and to that person giving you the help. So there's really, you know, call up day or night and you can get that help that you need. So I can't say enough about OneSource because I've used it myself and I've used it for my kids. There's lots of deployment-related material for children. I have some CDs, movies out on my table. Sesame Street, where Elmo's dad deploys. They talk about deployment. They talk about homecoming, about being a military kid and what that means. And it really relates to those kids 5 and under. I do have 2 other movies for the older kids as well, and as well as for teens. Another resource that you can get through Military OneSource is called Sitter City. It's a basically a resource for you to find a sitter in your area that's already checked out. It's you know, a fee if you don't go through Military OneSource, if you just go straight to Sitter City. But by going through Military OneSource, it's a free charge for you. So that's something to look up. For teens, we have our movie for teens, all talking about deployment. We also have Tutor.com, which is an excellent tool. It's from ages kindergarten through 12th grade, also college age. And if you're looking into writing your resume, they can also do that, writing a cover letter. So Tutor.com is again paid for by DoD. You have to log in and register and get a login and account for that. So that's something to think about and to use. Also, we have our I Can Achieve teen weight management program where they really help the teens set goals. So that's an excellent program as well. Okay, again, extended family members are there. I'm going to skip through some of these. We talked about finances. Again, you can get lots of resources on finances, budgeting books and guidebooks and things like that can help you a lot. Okay, we do have counseling. We started out with a lot of counseling. You can get 12 visits per issue through Military OneSource, either face-to-face with someone in the local area. It's non-TRICARE, off-post, to a civilian provider, and so you can go do that, or you can just call OneSource and have a counselor on the phone. This is spouses deployed, and those nighttime hours is when you really miss them and can't talk to anybody. So one source is there and you can call them and somebody's going to understand what you're going through. The other way is when you log into your account at Military OneSource, you can chat with a counselor just by emailing them through our secured site. So those are 3 different ways to get to someone. Private, confidential, it's not going to be reported to anyone, so you can call about any issue and talk to someone. Okay, again, our healthy habits coaching, cardiovascular health, nutritional health, we have all that kind of information on one source that you can get. And one of my favorite things is our online library where you can download books for free. We have over 24 different libraries on Military OneSource, and you just click into those and download a book right to your computer screen or your MP3 player. So this is an excellent resource for you. Will save you a lot of money on books. Okay, again, career and education. We have lots and lots of stuff on that. And we're on, Facebook, Twitter. We have newsletters you can sign up for to get via email once a month. We just have an endless amount of information on OneSource. Okay, very easy to access. We have one phone number and one website. That's it. Access all the information from there. And I always say, if you can't find it online, you're looking for a specific thing, look up the topic. It'll have all the information that we have on that topic on that one page. It's really easy to click through and manipulate the website, but if all fails, just call them on the phone. They're really good about answering the phone within 2 to 3 rings. It's a person. It's not an automated system, so very, very easy to use. Okay, and that's it for me. Do you guys have any questions? I didn't think so. If I'm out on the table out there, so if you would like to come get some magnets, business cards, things like that, you're free to take one.
My name is John Rosado. I'm the Deputy Director there, and I've been there since August 29th. I'm very happy to be back on the and on behalf of Major Blaze, my Director and my Commander, I welcome you this evening. Let's talk about it. I love these slides. Let's talk about polo. So, what I want to tell you with this high-speed, very decorative slide is this. That your COLA will not change due to your deployment. I say again, due to your deployment, your COLA will not change. But I bring the slide up to tell you that if something should change in your COLA, you need to let somebody know, i.e. your dependency status. Whether you gain dependence, whether you lose dependence, whatever it may be. Let somebody know. Make sure you or somebody in chain of command notifies finance and we get you squared away. Because I have some pet peeves. And I'll tell you about that later. Let's talk about BAH. The reason I have this slide up there is simple. Due to your deployment, BAH does not change. But I will give you this note. The reason COLA and BAH on my first 2 slides is because they are probably the number one reason that people come into finance. And I see people, I've been here since August 29th, and I've already seen at least, 4 dozen people that their BAH and or COLA have been messed up for 6, 8, 10 months. Please, I'm begging you, come to my office, okay? Get your pay squared away. BAH and COLA can be complicated. If you're not sure what you're entitled to, ask somebody, please. Okay? Especially BAH. BAH here in Hawaii is a very hot subject. If you're not sure what you're entitled to, make sure you ask somebody. Okay? But, because of your deployment, BAH will not change. But again, if something in your status changes, i.e. your dependent status, where you live, where your dependents live, something like that changes, your BAH entitlement might be affected. So please let someone know, okay? Very important. We'll go to a simple slide BAS. Everyone in this room gets BAS. If you have a meal deduction, your meal deduction will stop within the duration of your deployment. Let's go on to house and fire pay. For those of you that have not been deployed before, you get $225 a month. If you have boots on the ground today, which is the 28th, you'll get paid for the whole month of November. Same thing on the other end when you leave. If you left on 28th stuff, right? Partial duty pay. month. This was on a daily basis. So if you got boots on ground in theater today, you get the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Same thing on the other end. If you left theater today, you get the 1st to the 28th, and you wouldn't get the 29th or the 30th. Simple stuff, right? Just want to make sure it's clear. Various separation allowance. Various separation allowance can be very tricky, like BH and COLA. For the most part, everyone knows whether they're authorized family separation allowance or not. If you are, you get $250 a month. But everyone in this room has got a different personal situation, where married, second marriage, mother's a spouse, and a father, and kids, and everything else is going on, okay? Life gets complicated sometimes, so if you're not sure if you're authorized family separation allowance or not, again, please ask. We'll be out there all night, okay? Combat zone tax exclusion. Most people in this room probably will not pay taxes unless you exceed the second bullet. If you exceed the second bullet, you might pay some federal and state tax. But most of the people in this room will not exceed that. You will not pay federal or state tax. You will still pay FICA and you will still pay Medicare. They got to get something. Talk about per diem. I don't want to beat this down. I'll beat this down when you guys get back in the year. But I like to let you know, you're going to get about $1,200. And when you get back, you'll see me on your day 3 brief, or Mr. Scott right there, and we will help you fill out a trial voucher and get it sent up to DFAS rollers. What I do want to tell you with this slide is this, is the reason it's got there, because it prompts me, because I'm not that bright. So I'm prompted to say this. Now when you fill out that voucher, make sure you get paid. Because I just got a unit today call me up saying, we did our vouchers in June, we didn't get paid yet. Who are you? Where are you? Are you in Hawaii? What's going on? I mean, I don't even know where to start. I know if I send a voucher up to defense road, which I had to do when I was active duty, and I go downrange or I go TY, I send a voucher to defense road. I want to make sure I get paid. That's just me. Maybe it's not you. Okay? So think about it. Follow up on things. Okay? Savings deposit program. By no means am I a financial counselor, but I will tell you this. When I went downrange, I put my money into the savings deposit program. If you like money and you like to earn interest on your money, you come see me outside and I'll tell you how to take full advantage of that program, okay? So you have the money to save, you should save your money. It's a great place to save it, okay? Again, it's almost 2012, everyone here's got my pay. You should be able to do a lot of the small things online, okay? Please take advantage of that. Please. And what you can do, like COLA, BH, family separation allowance, make sure you go run up the finance and make it happen. Okay? Please. We're going to talk about power of attorney. I know legal covers power of attorney, and I'm going to cover it again because it's extremely important, and I see it all the time. I've been doing this for 27 years, and every time there's deployment, I get a handful of people with a power of attorney in their hand and an SCTers because they have general power of attorney. And I say, I will give you general information. If you have special power of attorney, I will give you special information. Okay? I will be more than happy to do whatever on that power of attorney. But if you have general power of attorney, you may as well not have anything at all. You can get that same information online, okay? So if there's something you really need done, make sure you get a special power of attorney, okay? So I'll leave the questions for outside the table. 2 things I want to add. One is, our building is located in the commissary parking lot. I'm pretty sure everyone knows where it's at, yes? If you're at the commissary, you're facing the parking lot, our building is right up there on the right. Small little, very unassuming building. But I've been doing this for a long time, so I'll tell you this. My old people that used to be over me used to tell me these things like, it's male, shall, and money, right? You old timers know what I'm talking about? Well, male, I can't remember the last time somebody in this room got a personal letter. Okay? And shall, I don't know how many of y'all eat DFAC. But money hasn't changed in the Army. You got to go to finance to get it squared away. And it gets complicated now in the year 2011. Those entitlements like BH and COLA and family set can get complicated. So please, when you go up there, make sure you get squared away. If you're not happy with the answer they give you in that office, you better find me, because I'm always there. And you better say, I don't feel comfortable with that clerk told me, please, can you revisit this? I'll be more than happy to revisit this. Okay, because I'm here for you. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. Okay? So, good luck on your deployment. Again, any questions? I'll be right on that. Thank you.